Going to talk to Paul Musgrave. He's an associate professor of government at Georgetown University in Qatar. He's also a US foreign policy analyst. Good to have you with us on Al Jazeera. The analysts have been telling us that Iran will be hoping that this ceremony will also be able to project a sense of unity, that Iran is unified in its approach not only to these ceremonies and to marking the funeral, but also with the rest of the world. Do you think that that message is being heard?
I think that having several days of a display of national mourning, a display of national commemoration that draws on every symbol of unity that you can think of, from religious to political, the revolution, all the way back to thousands of years of Persian civilization, certainly gives the regime an unprecedented opportunity to draw folks together. Now, of course, they're not just speaking within the country, they're speaking to a broader audience, and this is in some ways complicated by not just what is being said and who is being seen, but who is not being seen. Especially, of course, the supreme leader, the new supreme leader. And that, highlights the fact that this is a country that is still at war, the country that is still facing severe security challenges from countries like Israel and the United States, although President Trump said that the United States was giving Iran a week off from the war. So this is something in which Tehran has a moment to put forward its message, and to do so at a time when the split screen is, of course, the United States having its display of the 250th anniversary. So both of the primary protagonists in this struggle really putting forward strong national messages about unity, but we'll see how that develops.
Ali Khamenei's son, Mojtaba, is the new supreme leader. He's not been seen in public, even for these ceremonies, a time when one would perhaps expect he's most likely to be seen. What impact do you think that that's going to have on the government's efforts to try to maintain this image of unity?
Well, of course, the supreme leader is not just a political figure, he is also a religious figure. This is an Islamic republic in which the figure of the supreme leader is not just a figurehead, but somebody who holds real, if ultimate, power. You want that person, whoever is in that role, to be a symbol of devotion, a font of honor in the British sense. And we don't have anybody to play that. Now, there are good reasons for this. Over the past few days, we've heard reports that the Israeli government may have attempted to kill the chief negotiators, especially Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, back in early April. The Israeli government has denied these allegations, but certainly given the fact that at the very start of this war, the American and Israeli militaries decapitated the Iranian government, obviously the supreme leader has good reasons to be concerned about letting his time and place be known. That being said, eventually you have to put somebody out there. We're now on month 4 of not having seen the supreme leader of one of the most powerful countries in the region. That is something that eventually, no matter how much regime unity you have on display, people are going to want to see that there is actually somebody who is occupying the, for lack of a better term, throne.
The ceremony is also going to be moving to Iraq as well, as Mahmoud was just describing to us. Does that put Iraq in a difficult position? This is a point at which the US particularly is very keen that Iraq should create a significant amount of distance between itself and Iran.
Well, many of our viewers will remember that for more than 20 years, preceding the U.S. invasion of Iraq back in 2003, Iran and the United States have been at odds over the future of Iraq. Iraq is one of the few countries in the world that has a Shiite majority, the same as Iran. And of course, Iran's government and the former supreme leader have long had special ties with militias and other groups in Iran. So it makes sense that the regime would try to use this sort of symbolic display, this procession, to go into Karbala and Najaf. Now, that being said, of course, Karbala and Najaf, as everybody probably also knows, have special religious significance for Shiites and especially for Iran. So this is something where I think that there's a number of reasons why there would be reasons. But in the context of Iraqi politics in particular, where over the past few months, the United States has really put pressure on Baghdad to make sure that they have a pro-American, or at the very least, not pro-Iranian prime minister, this also shows that Iran is demonstrating that it has many levers to bring to bear for the struggle of who's going to be in power in Iraq.
Paul Musgrave, as always, we appreciate it. Associate Professor of Government at Georgetown University in Qatar. Thank you so much.